Everything I post on all social media is going viral to an incredible, supportive, positive audience of people. I am now monetizing my YouTube channel and receiving checks from Google AdSense every month. We drive a gorgeous modern car and love blasting out our favorite tunes while enjoying road trips on our daily life together. Jamie and I are now living in our dream villa in Spain. I feel so calm and at peace and blissfully grateful that this is our life now. My skin is clearer and healthier than ever. The skin under my eyes is bright and tight and energized. Another thing that's being sent to me is my 100,000 subscribers plaque from YouTube. I'm so grateful for my positive, supportive, open-minded audience. I'm so grateful that my business is thriving. We have more than enough money to pay for all our wants and needs, and I'm only working a couple of hours each day. I feel balanced, rested, inspired, at peace. Now that 100 amazing people have signed up for my 6-week course, we are going to have so much fun together, and they're going to have the biggest breakthroughs of their lives. Jamie is having so much success and freedom to work from anywhere, and so am I. I was actually thinking just a couple of days ago about Lucie back in 2020, which was 5 years ago, and how lost she was, how broke she was, how unconfident and insecure she was, how stuck she felt. And yet, how some of the choices she made, the work she put in, the inner work that she dedicated time to, and she wrote her first scripting letter, how that era of her life created the life that I live today, which is unrecognizable, so different. And I put it all down to the work that I started doing back then. So I'm going to explain to you now exactly how to use this method, this scripting method. If you're in a point in your life where you want to see changes in a positive direction, you want to tick off some goals this year, you want to see your life in 6 months, your life in 12 months, be tangibly different and better, maybe you even want to become unrecognizable and change your life for the better, then it would be my honor to share with you today the scripting method that helped me to shift what I was focused on, to help me to shift my thoughts, my mindset for the better, which in turn completely shifted the reality that I was seeing. After a few months of using this scripting method, which I'm going to walk you through today, I saw my income grow month on month to levels that I had never experienced before. This was someone who thought she was crap with money, someone who never seemed to have more than a couple of £100 in her account, no matter how many hours a day she worked on multiple failing businesses back in the day. This was someone who was posting constantly on social media, but I saw no growth back in those days. This was someone who wanted to get married, move to Spain, drive a nice car, live in a beautiful house. These were all dreams that I had, and one by one I've ticked those dreams off over the last 5 years. Do things have to take 5 years? No, of course they don't. It's been 5 years of growth. Every 6 months on average over the last 5 years I've written a scripting letter, and on average 90 to 95% of the things that I wrote down on my scripting letters came true. Prior to using scripting, I didn't have that kind of success. Prior to using scripting, I was stuck. 6 months would come, 6 months would go, another 6 months would come, another 6 months would go, and my life wouldn't change at all. But there's something about scripting where it allows you to focus your mind, your energy, your subconscious beliefs in the direction of what you want, as if it's already happened now. It does something to your energy, to your vibration, to your self-concept, to your subconscious mind, that means that you end up growing in the direction that you want and creating the kind of results that you want. So here is how to use my beloved scripting method. I have created a free step-by-step how to use scripting guide. Before you create your scripting letter, I'd recommend downloading it just so you're really clear on how to use the scripting process. So the first thing that is very important to do when creating a scripting letter is to think about what are the handful of goals that are most important to you right now at this point in your life. There may be many, many, many things that we want to achieve across our lifetime, but I would recommend that you allow yourself to focus your energy on a small handful of them for this letter. The reason why is that when we dilute our energy across 15, 20, 50 different things, we don't give enough of our time or our energy to bring any of them into fruition quickly enough. Whereas when you make your life less complicated, make your goal list and to-do list more concentrated, for me, that is what has led to the fastest and best growth. So I usually pick 4 to 6 goals that I have across all different areas of my life. I might have 1 or 2 related to my business and my money. I might have 1 or 2 related to fun and adventure and family and personal life achievements and stuff like that. Maybe some material goals along the way as well. For best results, just focus on 4 to 6 things. And I also recommend that you choose goals that feel possible for you in the near future. Those are the best things to focus on. Because then every day when you're going to be reading this letter, I will explain, but you want to be able to to write a letter, and then after you've written it, to read the letter, and you want your mind to be able to feel like, yeah, rather than rejecting it because it can't believe it. You know what I mean? Now it's time to actually write the letter itself. I write these letters in the form of a gratitude letter, and I address my letter to whomever or whatever I feel a connection to that I would want to thank for having helped me to co-create these things in my life. So in the past, I've written to Abraham and Esther Hicks because I discovered the scripting technique through one of their videos. Or I've written to the universe, to my guardian angels, whoever you feel a connection to, okay? You start your letter off by saying, "Dear universe," or "Dear God," or "Dear guardian angels," whoever, thank you so much. That's how I always open every letter. Now imagine it's all done now. Imagine every single one of those things has actually happened. You're no longer feeling stuck. There's movement and momentum. You're no longer feeling stressed and wishing and hoping. It's actually done and you're celebrating. You're no longer feeling unfulfilled or like a failure. You're feeling really proud of yourself and really successful because you've accomplished whatever it is you want to accomplish, okay? So transport yourself to that place now where it's already done and write the letter stating that it's already happened. And for each of the goals that you're going to include in your scripting letter, you're going to write a small paragraph for each. The smaller the better. Make it short and powerful. I usually recommend 2 sentences per paragraph. The first sentence, you write about what you want as if it's already happened. I now have fill in the blank. I just accomplished fill in the blank. We now are fill in the blank. Okay, that's some examples of how you could start each paragraph. So 1 sentence like that. Second sentence per paragraph that goes into a little bit more detail about how that feels. What's the shift in how you feel now that it's happened? And don't just say it feels so good, it feels so nice. Take a moment to really think about, how would this version of you feel now? How is life different now? How do you feel about yourself now? You see, anything that we want to manifest it really because of how it will shift the way that we feel about ourselves or about life. So get connected to that now and write a sentence about how you now feel now that it has happened. Once you've done that with each of your goals, you should have a letter that starts off saying, "Dear whoever, thank you so much," and then mini paragraphs expressing how each of the things that you want has already happened and how you're feeling now that this has happened. Then once you've done that, at the end of your letter, sign it off with your name. I usually say, thank you, thank you, thank you, and I put my name. And somewhere on the back of the letter, I'll just jot the date in very small lettering so that in the future, when I come back and realize, wow, oh my God, all of this stuff has come true, or even, oh my God, one thing has come true, two things have come true, it's all a win, it's all a plus, okay? Then I can see, out of curiosity, when I wrote this versus when it manifested. Not that it matters, because these things unfold in divine timing, and you never know how quickly it might come. You also, if it doesn't come as quickly as you would like, don't lose hope, okay? That doesn't mean it's not working. It just means it hasn't quite unfolded for you yet. So once you've written your scripting letter, the next phase is just as important, if not more important. What are you going to do with your scripting letter now? You're going to put it on your nightstand, on your bedside table, next to where you sleep, so that every night before you fall asleep, the last thing you look at isn't your phone, you're not scrolling TikTok, okay? Instead, the last thing that you do is you pick up your scripting letter and you read through it. Allow the letter to help remind you, oh yeah, this is where I'm going. Allow that letter to transport you momentarily to being the version of you where it's all done. It's all happened, and this is what it feels like now that it's done. Turn out your light and go to sleep. The last things you focus on before you go to sleep are so powerful. This is how Neville Goddard used to manifest. He didn't necessarily use a scripting letter, but he basically said that whatever you focus on as you are drifting off to sleep will be absorbed by the subconscious mind, rehearsed while you sleep, so that you wake up the next day and your next day reality has been influenced by what you focused on just before you went to sleep the night before. Then when you wake up, I encourage you to pick up that letter again. And while you are coming into the waking world, read the scripting letter again. That's another window of time when your subconscious mind is more open, and it will set the tone for your day. It's incredible how what we focus on when we first wake up will reverberate throughout the rest of our day, throughout the rest of our thoughts and actions of that day. And your subconscious mind is always working, it's always paying attention, and it's always guiding you to the things that you're focused on and that you believe in, okay? So what we're doing here is we're hacking the subconscious mind, and we are feeding the subconscious mind with what we want it to lead us to, what we want it to create for us. Read your scripting letter every morning and every night for 30 days. After that point, you can put it away somewhere safely, continue with your life, continue with your days. I found that in the weeks and months that followed writing and reading my scripting letter, I was given signs to read this book so that I could then learn how to handle my money better, so that I could improve my relationship with the money that I had, which then in the months to follow that led to more money flowing into my account through so many unexpected ways. Several months after writing my first scripting letter, I was challenged to be consistent on YouTube for the first time ever. And then 90 days after that, I got monetized, and the rest is history. It has completely changed my life. I remember writing on a scripting letter about how I was waking up every morning in Spain. We were living in our Spanish villa. I felt the sun on my face. I was only working a couple of hours per day, etc. And a few months after that, that was the life that I was living. So it's wild. It's not necessarily that the scripting letter alone changes your life, but it's a tool that helps your fantastic brain, your incredibly powerful subconscious mind, to start working differently for you and creating different results for you. You have to be open to taking action on the signs, the synchronicities, the opportunities that come to you in the following weeks and months. You have to meet the universe halfway. A mistake that some people make with scripting is they give all their power to the scripting letter. They don't change who they're being. They don't change how they're acting. They're focused on the lack still, and they're impatient, and then they say, hey, see, I told you the scripting letter thing doesn't work. That's not it. They're not getting it. The scripting letter is a tool that you can use to help you to transform into the person who is different, better, and in alignment with your dreams and goals. So if you're on that journey already, or if you want to start being on that journey, now is a great time to write a scripting letter. Like I said, you can download the free scripting guide in the description, which will support you through the process of creating your scripting letter. Have fun with it. Enjoy the process. It's meant to be fun. I look forward to hearing of your success in the future. Those of you who are already a fan of scripting, those of you who have had success with scripting, however big or small in the past, please share your scripting success stories in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, make sure to hit the subscribe button and ring my bell so that you never miss another video. Until next time, bye!